Pust! Over here! You found it! My secret whispering garden. Hidden deep in Pixie Hollow, this magical place holds tiny wonders and gardening secrets I can't wait to share. Ready to shrink into enchantment? Imagine a garden in a seashell, or a forest in a thimble. That's how we fairies do it. Come flutter with me. Let me show you just how magical small can truly be. These tiny plants are more than cute. They're the heart of every fairy garden. Baby tares, mini ferns, fairy moss, oh, each one brings charm and life in the smallest, sparkliest way imaginable. Every plant has a personality, shy, bold, wild, or wise. When you pair the right ones together, your garden tells a story. Choose with heart, and let each leaf whisper its tale. Designing a fairy garden is like composing a song. Flow, balance, and a sprinkle of pixie dust. Let's layer, shape, and create tiny landscapes that feel bigger than they look, and just as magical. A teacup can hold a world. Watch as I build a garden with mossy hills, pebble paths, and twinkling flowers, all inside porcelain. See? Even the tiniest space can bloom with imagination. Wanna see my tools? I use a thimble for watering, a ladybug scoop for soil, and even a needle rake. In the fairy world, every tiny thing has big gardening power, just like you. Miniature gardens need gentle care. One droplet too much, and splash. I'll show you how to water with precision, mix magical soil, and keep everything balanced. It's like feeding dreams to your plants. Bugs bugging your baby plants? I've got natural fairy fixes. A mist of lavender, a sprinkle of cinnamon, tarty A. You'll protect your garden without harming its magic. No potions needed, just fairy science. Magic grows with care. I check my gardens weekly, a mist here, a snip there, and always a kind word. Plants here love, you know. They thrive when your heart's in the soil. Once you start, it's hard to stop. Teacups become shelves, walnut shells bloom into scenes, and soon, you'll have a gallery of tiny worlds. Each one a new adventure waiting to sprout. The best part? Sharing the magic. A gift, a smile, a garden in a shell. It's more than soil and leaves. It's wonder, grown with care. Go on, little gardener. Let your own magic take root. Something's wrong in Neverland. The pixie dust trees are wilting. Fireflies are losing their glow. And even Mermaid Lagoon feels sad. I've never seen the magic fade like this. We need answers. Fast. The ancient pixie scrolls reveal a secret. Neverland's magic is tied to nature's health. If the land suffers, so does our sparkle. Protecting the environment isn't just important, it's the heartbeat of magic itself. I couldn't face this challenge alone. I gathered my fairy friends, Silvermist, Rosetta, Fawn, and Iridescent. Together, I told them the truth. Only if we all act can Neverland's magic shine again. Deep in Skull Rock Forest, I met the wise oak spirit. He spoke of balance, warning that careless acts from distant lands were harming Neverland. His words strengthened my resolve to fight for our home. Pixie Hollow broke my heart, flowers smothered, streams choked with human scraps. Trinkets we once admired were suffocating our world. I knew I had to use my tinkering skills to find a way to heal it. I built a pixie purifier, blending gears, leaves, and pixie dust. To my delight, waste turned into glowing soil. Flowers bloomed again. It proved that even broken things can create beauty if given another chance. Mermaid Lagoon was dark and lifeless. Coral reefs dulled, fish struggled, and mermaids wept. I may not be a swimmer, but I couldn't stand by. I dove in, determined to bring back the light. To my surprise, even pirates joined the fight. With nets and ships, they helped clean the waters while mermaids guided the currents. Watching enemies work with friends taught me, teamwork can turn tides. The forest whispered of sorrow, its roots weak and poisoned. I planted enchanted seedlings, sprinkling them with pixie dust. It was a gentle reminder that new beginnings often grow from small, hopeful hands. Fairies, lost boys, and pirates worked side by side, planting life back into Skull Rock Forest. Each tree glowed brighter than the last. I realized true magic isn't in pixie dust, it's in unity. And then it happened. Neverland bloomed again. Mermaid Lagoon sparkled. Pixie Hollow glowed. Skull Rock sang with birds. The magic wasn't just restored, it was stronger. Together, we proved hope can outshine despair. Even the smallest hands can create the biggest change. Our story in Neverland is a reminder for your world to protect nature, care for home, and you'll find magic waiting everywhere. Hi there, it's me, Tinkerbell. Today, I'm inviting you into my secret gardens. But be warned, they're not ordinary at all. They sparkle with magic, surprises, and plenty of pixie dust just waiting for you. Look closely. Even the tiniest dewdrop can hold an entire world of magic. When you're fairy-sized like me, every detail becomes something incredible, shiny, and full of wonder. Isn't it beautiful? Follow me down this glittering pixie dust pathway. I made it sparkle just for you. Every pebble and shimmer leads deeper into my garden, where magic hides in every corner, waiting to be discovered. See those butterflies and tiny plants? I chose them carefully to make this garden come alive. Even the smallest creatures have a place here. Sometimes, I spend hours just giggling with my insect friends. Gardens aren't only for looking, they're for playing. Here's my mushroom slide, and that's my favorite swing. Being fairy-sized means fun is everywhere. Want to try sliding with me? Shush, this is my quiet place. The willow tree whispers secrets when the wind flows through its branches. Sometimes I sit here for hours, just listening and dreaming. Peace is part of magic too. This little stream sings its own tune, don't you think? And tucked under those roots, my tiny fairy house. Cozy, sparkling, and perfectly hidden. I'll even let you peek inside, but only for a moment. Nighttime is my favorite here. Mushrooms glow, flowers twinkle, and lanterns sparkle in the dark. I sprinkle a bit of dust, and suddenly everything lights up like the stars. Isn't it enchanting? Hee, did you spot it? Every garden hides treasures, sparkling crystals, secret books, or little chests tucked away. But shush, some are meant to stay hidden. The best part is searching for them yourself. Clap with me. That's how I call my firefly friends. When they gather, the whole garden glows like a sky full of stars. We dance, laugh, and sing together until morning light. Now it's your turn. You don't need pixie dust to create magic, just imagination. A flower pot, a pebble, a seed, and poof, you've got your own little fairy world to share. Thank you for joining me on my garden tour. Remember, the world is full of tiny wonders just waiting for you to notice. So, what magical garden will you grow today? Every day in Pixie Hollow sparkles with magic fairies at work, laughter in the air, and dreams taking flight. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that something brighter, something more, was waiting to be found. When the great light of Pixie Hollow began to fade, everything changed. Our laughter dimmed. Our wings felt heavier. Deep down, I knew if magic was disappearing, I had to find a way to save it. In the quiet glow of the fairy library, ancient stories whispered of the crystal of light, pure, powerful, and long forgotten. My heart fluttered. Maybe this was the answer we'd been waiting for all along. With my tools packed and my friends beside me, we set out at dawn. The wind sang through our wings, and hope sparkled ahead. Our journey had begun to find the light that could save us all. The forest was alive, trees murmured secrets, and shadows danced in glowing mist. My inventions guided us through the unknown. Even when the dark felt close, friendship and courage lit the way forward. Shimmering Falls was the most beautiful place I'd ever seen until the storm hit. Wings trembling, heart pounding, I held on tight. Sometimes, the hardest flights lead us exactly where we're meant to go. When I awoke, a radiant spirit named Lyra appeared, her wings made of starlight. She spoke of the crystal's trials and purity of heart. I realized this quest wasn't just about saving light, it was about finding mine. The trials tested everything inside me, my courage, my cleverness, my heart. I faced illusions, rebuilt what was broken, and gave up my light to protect my friends. That's when I learned, true magic shines from within. There it was, the crystal of light, glowing like a dream. As I approached, it reflected my spirit back at me, every hope, every act of love. In that moment, our lights became one. We flew home faster than ever, the crystal's energy glowing in my hands. When its light touched Pixie Hollow, the world bloomed again. Flowers sparkled, wings shimmered, and magic returned to every corner of home. Pixie Hollow glowed brighter than ever before. As my friends danced beneath the sunrise, I tinkered with a new invention, a small reminder that even the tiniest spark can brighten the whole world. That night, I looked up at the stars and smiled. Magic isn't just something we find, it's something we create together. And as long as we believe, Pixie Hollow's light will never fade. Pixie Hollow was supposed to be peaceful tonight, but everything turned upside down. Peter's delivery plans exploded into chaos, and then Santa's hologram popped up asking me to save Christmas. Me, I could hardly believe it. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure I could handle such a huge mission. But then I thought of all the children waiting. So I took a deep breath, sprinkled some pixie dust, and decided to try. My first stop was a freezing mountain village. A shy boy wished for a magical sled, but his chimney was impossibly small. Luckily, a little tinkering magic and a few tools can fix almost anything. Hiding behind a pretty wreath, I watched Elias find his sled. The look on his face warmed me brighter than any fireplace. Sometimes the tiniest bit of magic makes the biggest difference. Next, I zoomed into a busy city. Lights everywhere, noise everywhere, and me stuck in Christmas lights after crashing into a plant. Honestly, delivering gifts in tiny wings isn't always graceful, but I kept going. When Marisol spotted her doll glowing under the tree, her whole face lit up. Watching that moment from the window made every tangled light strand totally worth it. Joy really is contagious. Then I reached a warm island with a glowing conch shell to deliver. But dolphins, waves, and one very rude seagull turned everything into chaos. Sometimes even fairies have to chase gifts underwater. Luckily, the sea creatures weren't all trouble. A gentle turtle and playful dolphins helped guide me across the lagoon. Their kindness reminded me that even far from Pixie Hollow, friends appear when you need them. As I traveled, animals and magic guided me: an old owl with starry tips and a squirrel who knew secret shortcuts. With every gift delivered, my confidence grew, and so did the joy in my wings. When I finally reached Pixie Hollow at sunrise, I was exhausted but proud. Peter and the fairies were waiting, cheering louder than bells. For a moment, I actually felt heroic. Me, Tinkerbell. Santa returned just as the morning sparkled. He thanked me for saving Christmas and sprinkled me with extra potent Christmas magic dust. My wings glowed brighter than ever. I'll never forget that magical feeling. As children everywhere celebrated, I watched from a snowy treetop, feeling grateful and hopeful. Christmas magic isn't just about gifts. It's about giving from the heart and believing that even small fairies can shine brightly.